Most people never fail because they are weak. They fail because they wake up without a clear target. Every day looks the same. Every choice feels random. Every week disappears before they even notice it. If that sounds like your life, this is your wake-up call. Right now, your future is being shaped by the small decisions you make every single day. Not next month. Not next year. Today. The direction of your life is not decided by luck. It is decided by what you choose to do when nobody is watching. You tell yourself you want a better life. You want more money, better health, more confidence, more freedom. But wanting something is not the same as working toward it. Without goals, your mind starts following whatever is easiest. You scroll for another hour. You delay another task. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different. Then tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And suddenly you realize you spent years moving without getting anywhere. Comfort is dangerous because it never feels dangerous. Feels normal. You wake up late. You skip the workout. You avoid the difficult conversation. You promise yourself you'll start on Monday. Nothing feels like a disaster in the moment. But when these moments stack together, they quietly steal your future. Your biggest enemy is not failure. It is drifting through life without direction. The truth is simple. If you don't decide where your life is going, someone else will decide for you. Your job, your phone, your habits, your fears. Every day you avoid making intentional choices, you hand control to something else. That should bother you, because deep down you already know you're capable of more. You don't need another motivational quote. You need a target. This is where goal setting changes everything. A goal gives your mind a reason to focus, tells you what matters and what doesn't. When you know exactly where you're going, saying no becomes easier. You stop chasing every distraction because you finally have something worth protecting. But here's where most people make a mistake. They only think about huge goals. They want to lose 50 pounds, start a business, write a book, become financially free. Those dreams are powerful. But dreams alone don't change lives. Small actions do. Long-term goals give you direction. Short-term goals give you momentum. You need both. Imagine standing at the bottom of a mountain. Looking at the top can feel impossible. But if your only job today is to take 10 steps forward, suddenly the climb becomes real. That's how progress works. One workout, one chapter, one phone call, one difficult decision. One day of consistency. These small wins build confidence. Confidence builds discipline. Discipline builds results. And results build a new identity. Stop asking yourself if you feel motivated. Motivation is temporary. Some mornings you'll feel strong. Other mornings you'll feel tired. Some days you'll want to quit. That doesn't matter. Your goals should never depend on your mood. They should depend on your standards. The person you're trying to become doesn't wait until they feel ready. They act anyway. That is the difference. Discipline means keeping promises to yourself. Every time you follow through, even when it's hard, you send yourself a message. I can trust myself. That message changes everything. Because once you trust yourself, you stop making excuses. You stop negotiating with your future. You stop living based on feelings. Instead, you live based on purpose. Look at your daily routine. Every habit is casting a vote for the person you're becoming. Every choice matters. Every hour matters. Every decision is either building your future or destroying it. There is no neutral. If your long-term goal is to become healthy, then your short-term goal might be exercising for 30 minutes today. If your long-term goal is financial freedom, then your short-term goal might be learning one new skill this week. If your long-term goal is confidence, then your short-term goal might be doing one thing every day that scares you. The future is created in small pieces. Never forget that. You don't become successful overnight. You become successful by winning ordinary days. The days nobody celebrates. The mornings when you wake up early. The evenings when you choose learning over entertainment. The moments when nobody would know if you quit, but you keep going anyway. That is where your new life is built. Not in comfort. Not in excuses. In consistency. The version of you that you admire already exists. That person simply has different habits, different standards, different daily actions. The gap between who you are and who you want to become is not talent. It is repetition. Do the right things long enough and your identity begins to change. One day you look in the mirror and realize you are no longer the person who always quit. You are no longer the person who wasted every evening. You are no longer the person waiting for the perfect moment. You became someone who moves, someone who finishes, someone who keeps their word. That transformation doesn't happen because of one big breakthrough. It happens because you refuse to stop. Your future self is watching the choices you make today. Every excuse delays the life you say you want. Every action brings it closer. So ask yourself one question. What is the one long-term goal that would completely change your life? Now break it down. What can you do today? Not next month. Not when life becomes easier. Today. One action. One decision. One promise you refuse to break. Because every great life begins with a single step taken with intention. Years from now, people will look at your success and think it happened all at once. They will never see the mornings you wanted to quit, the sacrifices you made, the distractions you ignored, the discipline you built in silence. But you will know. You will remember that everything changed the moment you stopped wishing and started aiming. So stop drifting. Stop waiting. Stop telling yourself there is more time. Your future is being written right now. Set your goal. Take the first step. Then take the next. Keep moving until the person you are today becomes someone you barely recognize. Your new life is not waiting somewhere in the future. It begins with the decision you make right now.